Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Don't Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In today's video, what I'm going to be discussing is we're going to be talking about Brock Purdy and Jimmy Garoppolo and how are they kind of comparable. Because as we know, with the whole Brock Purdy thing, the San Francisco 49ers, they lost the Super Bowl to the Kansas City Chiefs 25-22. And it's no different than the last time when they lost to Kansas City Chiefs when they lost 31-20. In the Super Bowl, when it was Jimmy Garoppolo, quarterback in the San Francisco 49ers, they had an opportunity to go win the game. I believe it was 2024, 2017 at one point in the game with like a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes to go left in the fourth quarter. Jimmy Garoppolo had a throw, I believe. It was to Ayuk or one of the receivers down the field, had him open. He just led it too far, missed the throw. Kansas City Chiefs led the great comeback. In this Super Bowl that just happened, we had Brock Purdy had his opportunities. I think it was Juwan Jennings was hitting like a little in and then wrap up around kind of throw, and he had Brandon Ayuk wide open in the end zone, and he got rushed from Chris Jones. Ended up missing the throw, a missed throw opportunity to score a touchdown, and then maybe the Kansas City Chiefs still, of course, scored their touchdown. Later on that game, we could maybe went to a double overtime or something like that. But what I want to discuss is, like I said, back when Jimmy Garoppolo was quarterback, and everybody said Jimmy G was not it. This team is so good. We need a quarterback that's going to get it done. We thought Brock Purdy was going to be the reason to get it done, and he ended up coming up short just as well. So what we're going to be discussing is we're going to be talking about, is Brock Purdy basically just a younger Jimmy Garoppolo? And I have a couple of stats we're going to kind of go over, and I'm going to kind of give my explanation as to why I think it's kind of true. So without further ado, if you're going to enjoy, as always, make sure you go and drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. But without further ado, let's get into it. Now, first up, one of the things that I said in the intro was, like I said, we've talked about the San Francisco 49ers of how good they are. They're poised to win the Super Bowl. They had 5 Super Bowls at one point, but now they've lost in 2012, 2019, and now here in 2023. It seems like they're always right there, but the quarterback is always kind of the issue. Colin Kaepernick was a good quarterback. He came up short in the Super Bowl. Jimmy Garoppolo, we thought he was a pretty good quarterback. He came up short in the Super Bowl, and since then his career's just kind of gone down on a downward spiral. Now we have Brock Purdy, who seemed like he's ascending. He's a Mr. Irrelevant. Last year, the last pick of the draft. He's kind of on an upscale with his career with the way he's playing. But as you can see from this paragraph here that I highlighted, it says here the 49ers have appeared, like I said, in the Super Bowl more times since 2012 season than any team outside the Chiefs and the Patriots. And they've done so with a series of quarterbacks who don't exactly strike terror into the hearts of opposing fan bases. Colin Kaepernick, Jimmy Garoppolo, and Purdy were all capable of impressive drives, games, and on occasion, seasons. Now, for anybody that's going to be trying to compare Jimmy Garoppolo, like I said, I'm trying to compare Jimmy Garoppolo to Brock Purdy. It might be saying, oh, you're wrong. Oh, you might be right. Let's kind of look at the stats real quick. First up, as you can see here, we have Jimmy Garoppolo. We have his stats, career stats. Let's go to the year when they went to the Super Bowl. We have the 2019 season. You can see right here, he started every single game, 13-3. Did pretty good for the season. He had a 69.1% completion percentage. He had 3,900 yards, close to 4,000. He had 27 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Not a bad touchdown to interception ratio, but also not that great. He had a 102.0 rating, a 60.8 QBR. He did get sacked 36 times that season, but to kind of add on to his accolade, he was, I believe it says here, second place in the comeback player of the year for that year. And now when we look at Brock Purdy, you can see right here the first year of his career whenever he played last year, and then this year whenever he actually went to the Super Bowl. As you can see, they went 12-4, one more loss than the 2019 team. They went 69.4 completion percentage, which was, I believe, a 0.3% better than what Jimmy G had. 4,280 yards, which is about 300 yards more. 31 touchdowns to 11 interceptions, had 2 less interceptions, about 7 more touchdowns than what Jimmy, or 4 more touchdowns than what Jimmy G had. His rating was 113, better than Jimmy G, and his QBR was a 72.8, better than Jimmy G. And when it comes to awards, he was 4th place in MVP, 6th place in Offensive Player of the Year, and in Comeback Player of the Year, he was also came in 6th place. So when it comes to Jimmy G and Brock Purdy, how exactly are they similar? Like I said, you saw the stats. I kind of laid it out for kind of some of the similar reasons as to why they did not come in clutch in the Super Bowl. And I think that's where the 49ers are kind of going right now. One of the reasons, if you forget the kind of breaking news that happened a couple years ago, San Francisco 49ers actually attempted to go get Tom Brady. Why did they do that? Because here's the thing with the 49ers offense. Team itself, you look at the landscape of the roster, they have talent. They got talent. They got coaches. They got what they need to win. They need a quarterback that not only can play good in the regular season, not only can come in clutch sometimes during the playoffs, but can come in clutch in the Super Bowl. Like, there's difference between having game-winning drives in week 6 of the regular season or week 16 in the regular season and the Super Bowl. Because what we saw from Patrick Mahomes, where the 49ers went down there, Brock Purdy missed his throw. Obviously, like I said, Chris Jones rushed him. He didn't have a clean window. But in that moment, you would kind of think, oh, if he's the great one, could he have backed up a little bit more? Or could he have possibly seen Brandon Ayuk coming from his left side, made that throw? Obviously, he didn't, but like I said, the 49ers, they need the quarterback that's just going to make the clutch throw. Kyle Shanahan, he's going to give you some good plays. He's going to help you get along the way through the regular season and then a little bit into the playoffs. But at some point, he needs a quarterback that's going to make the right plays. And we saw that against the Detroit Lions. Brock Purdy led a great drive, led the team throughout the fourth quarter, got them back into the game. I will say it was a few dink and dunk type of, this play could have went either way. That throw down the field to Brandon Ayuk that got tipped off the corner's hands, ended up caught by Brandon Ayuk. That one could have been picked, to be honest. And then the fumble by Jahmyr Gibbs, that one could have went either way. But at the end of the game, you kind of saw Brock Purdy, the way he scrambled, the way he made plays. He made good plays in the game. It's just in the biggest moment, the thing with Jimmy Garoppolo, like we always said, he's going to make plays. He's going to make some good throws. It's just when it really matters, he's going to come up short. And what happened with Brock Purdy? He came up short. Now, I know there's going to be some of you out there that are going to be disagreeing with me and so right now saying you're stupid. If it's the 49ers fans, I get it. Here's the thing. I'm kind of laying it out for you, and you can't disagree with me. Like, be honest. Do you think within the next 5 years, you guys are going to win a Super Bowl with Brock Purdy? And with the way Brock Purdy's playing, like I said, he's playing good football. But he's going to be due for a contract extension within, I believe, the next 2 years. So when he gets that contract extension, the way he's playing, he's going to be demanding probably $45-50 million a year. If that happens, then you can't afford to pay guys like Fred Warner. You can't afford to pay guys. Maybe Nick Bosa is going to have to start restructuring his contract back to be able to afford to keep these guys on. Trent Williams, he's getting old. He's going to be out of the league here in, I would say, maybe about 2 years, 3 years. Now, I'm not saying your Super Bowl window is just like officially closed, but I'm saying it's getting small. You still have the pieces there. You still have all the players. Like I said, you have a great roster. You have the coaches. Brock Purdy's still a good quarterback. He just needs to find his clutch gene. As we saw in the Super Bowl, like I said, Patrick Mahomes, he is becoming the next Tom Brady. He has the clutch gene. He has the stats. He has the playmaking. He can do it all. Because it's like every single time you think the Chiefs are just down and out, Mahomes shows up. But when you watch Brock Purdy play in the Super Bowl, it was like every single time he went on the field, you were just saying, please hand the ball to McCaffrey. Please just throw a screen to Deebo Samuel and Brandon, you can let them do the work. And some people are going to say it's recency bias because of the way the game went against the Baltimore Ravens later on in the year, and then how we kind of saw some of the games kind of go through the postseason, how they had to make some late game drives. They weren't really dominating like we thought the 49ers were going to. But I'm just saying, like I said, with Jimmy Garoppolo, everybody thought he was so good, and then he had his late season struggles there in that playoff run, and then kind of how the rest of the season 2022 or 2020 2021 kind of went on, he started to really fall off. I'm curious if Brock Purdy's going to fall off. Now I'm going to wrap it up by saying this. Like I said, I don't think he's going to fall off. I think he's going to be a good quarterback. He's going to do his thing. He's going to play well. I'll just be very curious to see kind of how the team goes whenever it comes to paying him and then keeping these key pieces around him. Like I said, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, Tre'Davious Ward, Trent Williams, how long is he going to play in the league? Christian McCaffrey. You got a lot of dudes around this team. Javon Hargrave, you just signed him from the Philadelphia Eagles. Arik Armstead, you got some dudes that you got to pay. But like I said a minute ago, the window is not closed. The window is not closed. It's getting short. It's getting small. But other than that, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. Hopefully you guys did go on to enjoy today's video. If you did enjoy, as always, make sure you go and drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. If you want to watch the entirety of the video, thank you very much. And like I said, if you disagree with me, agree with me on what I said, if you think Brock Purdy and Jimmy Garoppolo are not the same quarterback, if you think they are the same quarterback, like I said, if you agree with me, if you think anything else, if you think Brock Purdy is going to lead them to a Super Bowl, if you think he's not going to lead them to the Super Bowl, if you think a different quarterback is going to have to come in and help the 49ers, if you think the 49ers Super Bowl window is closed, not closed, like I said, anything you disagree with me or agree with me, let me know down in the comment section down below. Be more than welcome to argue with you guys or disagree or debate with you. If you're a fan of the content that I do poster and you want to go and hit that big red subscribe button, feel free to do so, and do not forget to hit that little notification bell to be notified the second I post. But without further ado, this has been Dylan Talk Sports. Have a great day. Peace.